east bus route, going from about shifty shafts straight up through Tomato Temple and risky reels. I think from here, based on my conversations with Brownsiide ahead of the matches today, that they're likely going to land Salty. It's going to be interesting considering Ryerson in that last match landed Salty, so they may have very similar strategy here. So we might see a totally different style of game in which both teams land in similar location and are fighting for the kill a lot more. Which, with the lead, it might be a decent strategy for the Saints. I only heard 2 drops, so... Okay, so all of them are dropped and all of them are headed towards Salty, it looks like. So it looks like all 4 are going to land in Salty. So this could go one of 2 ways. It could be dangerous as they overextend to try to get the kills before the other team. Or we might see, you know, just kind of an even split, sharing kills here, and then it would just come down to who's able to kind of get that last hit. Well, Brownsiide off to a pretty good start with a lot of shields. It looks like they may have actually been the only squad to land in Salty. So they're going to probably loot up really fast and then rotate out of here really fast because there's no kills to be had. Getting off to an early lead when there's a lot of people left in the game is always important in this because some of these matches you'll notice will drop from 100 players down to 40 really fast, which has eliminates a lot of potential kills, a lot of potential points. Brownside's got a decent loadout going here, although he could definitely use an AR. He's gonna find one in the form of a blue scope or a blue burst rifle. We've got Drazhaa going down, so hopefully Brown can get over there quickly. Oh, it looks like Drazhaa's down already. That's gonna be tough now to play the rest of this game out as a 2v1. We'll see what strategy Brownsiide opts for now. Sometimes I've heard them strategize that if they were down to one of the duo members, that they might just follow around with their opponents and go for kill steals, which might be a decent strategy. Although he's gonna try to get in here and clean up some of these kills that Drazhaa might have got. Drazhaa might have got these guys weak, so it's not the best. As a controller player, is not the best sniper, so. So we've got some grenades, multiple people potentially throwing grenades around. Maybe a dangerous spot to shield, but he's got, it looks like he is with the Ryerson team. Nice kill, so that's good for, that's a good steal for Brownsiide because KiwiFace was in a much better position to take that kill, but he kind of got lucky with the route that the opponent took to walk around that rock. So it looks like we've got at least 1 or 2 more squads here fighting. Ryerson took one there. Okay, so he's got a little better of an AR now. This should help him out a lot in the future battles he runs into. This has been one of the spots that I know the Saints have been practicing, although they were practicing this more as a land as opposed to a rotation. But it looks like they are going to find at least some action in here. Hopefully Brownsiide can sneak in and kill steal one of these. Oh, there we go. Exactly what he needed to do was, so I think the strategy is paying off so far, following around with the Ryerson team and maybe stealing as many kills as he can. If he can keep it close, this might be his best strategy. Hard to say what he's going to do at this point, but if I had to guess, he's likely going to stick with the Ryerson players. I don't know what the score currently is. If I had to, again, if I had to guess, I would say that Ryerson probably does have a small lead. Brown is definitely really low on ammo, and obviously he's not going to get any help from his Ryerson quote-unquote teammates. Looks like they're fairly central in the zone. I don't see a white border. Okay, so it's a kind of a north-eastern zone, this first circle. So we'll probably see rotations out of the west. Probably a team coming from tilted into towards this corrupted zone is usually a pretty common rotation. Teams like to head towards mobility spots, obviously. On the horizon there, near that shed, there's a possibility that we see a team come up that route. That's pretty common. I'd like to see Brownsiide get on top of this hill, maybe to get some better perspective. Although he is going to have to stay close with the Ryerson players if he wants to any chance at holding this game. So it's interesting that the Ryerson players. Yeah, so it looks like Ryerson maybe realized what was happening and has decided to split. And maybe Kez is even bringing him on a wild goose chase, just bringing him away from the action. So he's going to have to pick up the blue pump instead of the blue tack. In the current meta, I think it's kind of a preference thing. You see a lot of people picking one or the other. I'd say slight edge still to the blue pump. You see wood building in the middle of Leaky Lake, probably from the beginning of the game though, so likely nobody nearby. Rotation from here. He might want to head over towards. Looks like he's just gonna wait and see if anybody's rotating out of the zone west, out of the storm west. Potentially people coming down from Pleasant would come this direction. So we see 2 games in a row they go against their rule of never using vehicles. I think he's likely going to bring himself over towards some mobility. Unless he thinks Kez maybe spots somebody. Kez has somebody here. I don't know what that was he was seeing going up in the sky, balloons, I believe. So we've got 2 other teams fighting. That's a good opportunity for a kill steal. These are all good opportunities right now. Third party in these teams. He's got 2 guys low with no shield, and Kez in a prime position to steal them, which is unfortunate. Hopefully he can recover here and get over there and pick up some of these kills. You know, it looks like Kez took one of them away from him. It's always unfortunate when you do all the work and have somebody take your kill from you. But at least he cleans up 1, so he kind of makes it out even there, 1 and 1. I don't know what's happening on the other side of the map with Kiwi Face, but he's got a lot of health, a lot of shield. And he's likely been encountering a lot of action since we haven't seen much on this side of the map. Oh, he saw somebody attacking over here. So south, he's going to run into some opponents over here south, and it looks like he's going to be able to they're fighting against Kiwi Face, actually. So he might be able to come in and sort of third-party this battle between a squad and Kiwi Face. I'll try to keep an eye. So Kiwi Face eliminated 1. So there was only 1 opponent there. and Kiwi Face cleaned it up. So we're hearing some sniper rifle fire from Tilted up on this hill probably. There's somebody south near the tree just below Tilted. Kiwi Face is in a better position currently to do damage. However, Brownsiide might be able to get in it and third party this kill away. We'll see if we can do it. No knocks yet. Down to 19 people, so about 3 more squads. This is a great positioning for Brownsiide. He takes one. There's another guy still further on. Oh, he's got to be careful here, though. And while he's got that guy focused on him, Kiwi Face is probably going to be able to put down some damage. He's going to reload his rocket launcher and hopefully take at least one of these two. If he can get one of the two, this is going to be great for him. Great pickup. He does get one. There's one more guy left, and Ryerson cleans it up. So, oh, unfortunate trap there. But overall, not a bad fight for Brownsiide, who takes 2 out of the 3 from that squad. He's really going to have to... He does have shields and he does have bandages, though, so he's in okay shape. That might not be allowed, actually. I don't know if opponents are allowed to use your vehicles. That should be something that I would suggest the Saints A team here in the nest should probably look into. That might be considered as team sabotage. So this is a really interesting scenario. I don't know what the admins would say about this. In my opinion, it should not be allowed. However, I don't know how the rule set is written. There are rules for anti-sabotage, meaning normally you can't affect somebody else's build, you can't steal their, their weapons and that sort of thing. But I'm not sure if that applies to vehicles. He does take Brownside's vehicle away, so that's definitely a sabotage in my opinion. I think this match should go in the way of Saints Gaming now, because that is 100% a sabotage in my opinion. This would be interesting to see what the Saints do and how the admins attack, approach that, because taking that definitely impeded Brownside's ability, even if just by a few seconds, from getting into this battle, which means they slowed the progress down for Saints Gaming getting these kills. That's a direct impact on their gameplay. So there's only, it looks like there's only 4 kills left on the board to be had. Likely 1 full squad. Brown's low on mats, okay on AR ammo. He's got 2 rockets to use as well. I don't know what the score is currently. I would assume that Ryerson's got a pretty sizable lead at this point. If Brownsiide was able to locate this team first and then drop in and get 3 or 4 of the opponents, it might turn this game in his favor. Oh, and Armada goes down, and he's got 1 on him too. Brownside's got 1 on him. He does have the rocket launcher though. He might be able to use that to his advantage. He's 11 health. He's 1 shot now, and he's down. So I'm going to assume. So it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I would definitely